Ball's in
Okay,
play.
I'm jumping ahead, aren't I?
Let's drive it, wedge
I'm
it,
I'm that itchy pupil that just wants to get on. But okay, goal kick. Right, we're going goal kick. Hi and welcome back. I'm Paul.
I'm Martin.
And this is another episode of Any Idiot Can, the idiot being me. So, talk to me. Any idiot can kick a ball. Teach me how to kick a ball. Teach me goalkeeping. Goalkeeping kick.
I'm more interested to know where this any idiot can, because this could literally go anywhere, couldn't it?
Well, we've already done the throwing, and I'm away practicing that as we speak. We did that last week, so we're now into kicking. I need something to do this week. I'm going to go away. By next week's podcast, I'm probably going to be the idiot that can kick a ball. I'm not saying I can kick it well, but if you can give me some pointers, and those that are listening and watching, that's a good starting point.
So I'm going to give you, we'll go for free.
Okay.
Yeah, you happy with that?
Three's good.
Three's enough, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, so the first one we'll do is a goal kick.
Okay.
So a goal kick probably is...
Wouldn't they, try to be picky, wouldn't they all be goal kicks as a goalkeeper? Or is that just being a bit pedantic?
No, because you could get a back pass.
Ah.
Yeah. Ball's in
Okay,
play.
I'm jumping ahead, aren't I?
Let's drive it, wedge
I'm that itchy pupil that just wants to get on. But okay, goal kick. Right, we're going goal kick.
Goal kick. So what you're gonna need to do, you're gonna come away from the ball. You're gonna need a little run up. So, and in my time in goalkeeping, this run up has varied massively. Remember Neil Sullivan used to stand like 1.5 yards from the ball, because he had humongous quads and fantastic timing, and used to literally half step and the ball's launched over the halfway line. To some goalies having to stand up in row G to make a massive run up to get there. So this really depends on how you want to run up. But for me, I'm going to go with a 6-yard run up. So it's quite basic.
Can I stop you there?
You have.
The putting the ball down.
Yep.
So I'm seeing, it's the old fancy backspin. I'm throwing the ball, it's backspin. Do I need to be thinking about how I put the ball down? So
years ago, actually, I used to teach loads of this, but now what happens is, because it's AstroTurf, it's all consistent level.
Right.
That it's a mistake of mine. I've kind of lost track of. Yeah, completely. I've just throw it down and kick it.
That's it. Yeah.
So
especially for those that are driving, they're listening to this thinking, okay, well, we're already kicking the thing. I haven't even put the ball down.
So if we're playing on grass, it's two different. If you're playing on grass, you're going to put ball on you're going to place the ball. You're going to put your hands, and we do this actually on the camps. You put your hands underneath the ball. Yeah. And you are very likely, first of all, going to find the highest point in terms of grass that you can find. Yeah. You're going to lightly place the ball on the top of that grass. What you're not going to do, which so many goalies do, is put the hands on top of the ball and flatten the hell out of the grass underneath. Yeah. Because obviously, same as golf, if you can get underneath the ball, you give yourself a much better chance. Yeah. So you're going to place it nice and lightly, okay? Then you're going to take your steps back towards the goal line.
So I'm not throwing it, I'm placing it. I'm not doing my fancy back skinny.
No, not on this one.
Okay.
Yeah, not on this one. Yeah. Because you're going to take your time, you're going to kick it long. So what you can do, you place it, you come back to the line, and then you're right-footed again, aren't you? Yeah. So what you're going to do, as you take a nice run up, and the way I like to judge it is, you've got 5 gears in a car. You're going to go through the first gear in terms of speed, second and third. You're not going to touch the fourth because you're going too quick. So imagine gradually building up your pace, going into first gear, second gear, third gear. As you get to the third gear, you're going to put your left foot to the side of the ball. And that's going to be your standing foot. Okay. You're going to turn your right foot and make sure that your toe is facing away to your right shoulder. Still with me? Or have you crashed?
Toe is facing... So am I side footing the ball, or is my toe facing at sort of 1 o'clock?
You're going to angle your foot, and your toe, because you're right-footed, is going to face away the same direction that your right ear is facing as you're looking up the pitch.
Okay.
Yeah?
Good. Yeah, got it. Yeah.
Perfect.
Nice. Yeah.
You're then going to get your left arm up, level with your shoulder, to balance yourself out. Yeah. Okay. And then as you come through the ball, your head's going to be down. Yeah. You're going to connect through the ball. Make sure once you've hit the ball, you continue your leg down through the ball, while your standing foot is to the left side of the ball, which is your left foot. with your knee slightly bent. That's hard for me to explain because I'm a left footer.
Looking at ball the whole time.
Looking at ball, head down. Swinging
Foot through along the plane of the direction that I want the ball to go.
You want it to go in, yeah. And that part can vary massively in terms of if you want to shape the ball, which for me is another podcast.
Yeah, so at the moment this is a straight
ball.
For want of a better phrase, punt down the ground. It's not a great phrase,
punt,
but the old punt down the ground.
Yeah.
Power coming from
hips.
Yeah.
So the power comes from the hips. Again, this is similar to goal. Everyone thinks that you go up and you hit the hell out of the ball. You don't. A lot of it's to do with the timing. The timing of the ball. Yeah. The timing of your approach and the timing of when you transfer your hips through the ball.
Actually, I know you love the old golf one, but actually this is perfect for that, isn't it?
Yes.
Because trying to hit the cover off the golf ball, it's not going to go very far. Hit it smoothly and well timed, you're going to get the perfect flight and perfect distance. So same with the goal kick.
Yeah.
Got it.
And on one of the DG online workshops, we have got that where I'll run through different ranges and I call it the set of golf clubs. You know, and you sometimes may hear a manager shout, you know, or say to another coach, what's his golf club range like? You know, how many golf clubs has he got in his bag? And what they mean by that is, what sort of shape can you create on the ball? So if you want to keep it low,
am I using that same technique? The same follow through, the same fundamentals you just taught me.
So for yours, you're looking at kind of hitting like we call it a 7-iron. Yeah. You're trying to get enough height on it to clear all the danger in front of you.
Yeah.
And make sure the ball carries to a nice distance. So let's talk about the halfway line.
Okay.
It's a rough guidance.
Yeah.
On the workshop, what we do is make sure that we've got a different range. So if we're talking about a driven pass, we may be talking about a driver to keep the ball low.
Nice.
And then the complete opposite end, if we're talking about a wedge, to make sure you chip it so it doesn't want to go far, but it's got to go high and get over the centre forward.
Yeah.
That's your little wedge.
Nice.
So, yeah, to get more insight on that, that's definitely a way to look at it on the online workshops.
And how does an idiot like me practice? What's the best way to practice the goal kick? Am I just lining up a load of balls? Am I putting a target out there and trying to aim for the target? Am I doing both? What's the sort of... I'm by myself, I've got a ball bag. What do I do?
Best thing I would do is have a progression to it, even though you're on your own. So if you've got a very close object, for let's use argument's sake, there's a goal there with a net. Just for example, just work hitting the ball into the net, the back of the net. Then gradually start coming back. For me, the worst case of doing this is going into a field, massive field, no target, and just hitting balls.
Yeah.
Okay. The best thing is,
again, a bit like going to the range and just hitting balls for no reason.
Yeah.
And you're not really.
There's no pressure. There's no match rhythm to it. So even if it's a jumper that you put 30, 40 yards away, and you're trying to land it and hit the jumper, you've got a focus point. That's really, really important.
Okay.
And I may have said this before in the podcast, that if you're at an area where there's lots of things going on, there's stuff in the distance, look at the stuff in the distance. Pick a point out in the distance. So maybe if you're in a park, it might be a tree. Focus on the top of the tree and focus just on hitting the top of that tree.
Yeah, but I've got to keep my eye on the ball, haven't I?
Eye on ball, but you're aiming up towards that tree.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as you're doing it, you've set your ball up. You look down, you look back up, you're visualising it now. Then once you put your head down to look at the ball, you're all lined up and ready to go. Yeah.
Okay. That's my goalkeeper kick.
Yep.
Nailed it. Good. Right. Got my practice session. Number 2.
Number 2 is the old school straight volley, which I still love. I love this volley. It's the old 2 hands.
Yeah.
On the ball, underneath the ball.
Yeah.
You step forward. Okay, if you're right-footed, you step forward. You place your left foot on the floor.
1 step, no run-up.
You can take a run-up, but this don't need much run-up.
Yeah.
Little throw up in the air. Okay, and then your legs, your kicking leg's going to come through. So I'm going to explain that in full now. So 2 hands are under the ball. If you're right-footed, your left foot's going to go forward. You're going to place the ball in front of you with a slight throw. So imagine you're playing table tennis.
Yeah.
You've got your bat in one hand and you've got the ball in the other.
Yeah.
To serve, if you're half decent, you might throw the ball up just a little bit.
Yeah.
That's all you're doing with this. It's not a tennis serve. It's not where you're throwing it 14 foot up in the air.
Okay.
It's a little throw, and all you're doing, you're releasing the ball to give your right foot the
with
time.
One hand or two hands?
I love two hands with this.
Okay.
Because it keeps it central. Yeah. You can go one, but I like two. I coach the kids two all the time. Release it up, and your right foot will then come through it. By the time that ball starts coming down, it's giving your leg enough time to go and meet the ball, obviously before it touches the ground.
Meet the ball, follow through, same old everything, hip movement, the whole thing.
The meat part of this is going to be your laces on the foot. If you can connect with your laces, okay, on this certain type of kick, the volley, all right, that's where you're going to hit the sweet spot. It's a sweet spot. This used to be used all the time back in the day.
Is my foot pointing straight?
Dead straight.
So leg is coming through straight, foot is straight, laces smack in the middle of the laces. So so
a nice vision of this is going to be with your kicking foot. You're going to basically think about kneeing yourself. As you hit it, you're kneeing yourself in the face. So it's coming straight up, and your toe is facing the target. The target being the striker.
It's sort of like a rugby up and under.
Yes, a little bit.
Okay.
Yep.
And when am I didn't know. I should have asked, actually.
When are you going to use this one?
Yeah, so I've got my goalkeeper kick.
Yep.
I've now got, perhaps we'll ask at the end, I've got now my, well, I would call it a hoof. Yep. But I would guess that as a coach, you have a more technical term than just hoofing up the pitch.
Yeah. It's going to be, for me, it's a volley.
Volley.
Now we've, I'll tell you in a minute the last one, but now we've got more of a new style volley. This for me is called the old school volley. But it used to happen. It was the main style of kick. You know, a few goalies. Andy Lonergan used to play for Preston. He was at Liverpool. He's been around a long, long time. I think he scored against Kevin Pressman back in the day.
What, from one of these?
From one of these, straight up and down. And the time you use it, what it's horrible for, it goes very long and it goes very, very high.
Big bouncy pitch with a bit of wind behind. Perfect.
Yeah. So the centre half's neck's up in the air, staring at the sky. It's wobbling, it's windy. So many goals.
Keeper doesn't know how high it's going to bounce. Where does he go? Where does he stand? What does he do?
So even not so long ago when I was doing Wycombe, first thing I coach at Wycombe, Scott Sherratt used to use this quite a lot. And I think one year he set up, I think he got 4 assists through literally the old school up and down, bang. Centre half misjudged it. Centre forward runs in, he heads it over the goalie or volleys it in.
Cause I can't remember the goal kick, but I suppose back in the day, the old crazy gang, Wimbledon crazy gang. I guess it was the Besant kick, was it? I mean, it was all about hoofing it up the pitch.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess that was the kick, wasn't it?
Yes, completely.
Okay.
But time you'd use it now may be that when you're 1-0 up in the game, you're 1-0 up, you've got 2 minutes to spare, 2 minutes to the end of the game. You may just cause absolute chaos by just sticking it as high as you can. It wastes time while the ball's in the air, which is great, but also cause chaos until they get the ball back under control down here. So it's, it's a time waster as well.
Yeah, or you know, it's as we said, bouncy pitch, windy day.
Yeah,
it's gonna put pressure on the defenders all day long, isn't it?
Horrible for centre halves.
Yeah. Okay, got that. I'm back out visualising now. For those that listen to the Any Idiot Can Throw, we're at Oxford Kassam Stadium. I'm on the pitch just outside here. I'm feeling all right. I've got my goalkeeper kick. I've got my. I can't call it punt. I was gonna go.
I need to say punt.
Yeah, I was gonna. I've got my old school volley. Right. Okay. I'm ready to go for my third kicking lesson.
Good. This one I'm not looking forward to.
Oh.
The side volley. So,
okay,
to show this is quite simple, but to talk through it is a little bit more difficult.
Yeah.
So, what you're going to do with this is, and we're going to go for the left footer now because I'm left-footed. It's going to be a lot easier to
that's really going to throw me. Okay.
It is going to throw
and any listeners as well, because
let's go with the righty. No, I'm going to back myself.
Go with the right.
We'll go with the right foot. Right. So,
sorry to any left footers out there that we're ignoring you, but yeah,
we're going to go with. So, what you're going to do? You're going to place your. Let me go through it left foot first. Let me go through it really quickly and I'll reverse it. You're going to put the ball, if you're left footed, you're going to put the ball in your right hand. And what you're going to do, you're going to face your target. And then you're going to turn onto a 45-degree angle towards your left foot.
Yeah.
Yeah, you still with us?
Yeah.
Yeah? Then what you're going to do with the balls in your right hand, you're going to place the ball in front of your body, similar to the little table tennis serve.
Yeah.
So it's a little release here. And instead of like the volley, your left foot coming straight, it's now going to come from the side. And now you're going to basically volley the ball with your foot on the 90-degree angle. So you're still going to hit with your laces.
So my leg is effectively coming out horizontal from my hip.
In line with your hip.
In line with my hip. My foot sideways.
Yeah.
So instead of in my old school volley, the plane is backwards to forwards.
Yeah.
The plane on this is backwards to forwards, but it's 45 degrees.
Yeah.
On an angle. I'm really confused. I mean, I'm not confused, but I'm sure I've really confused the listeners and the viewers now. But okay, I get it. Okay, I can picture it. Got it. And I'm following again. How do I follow through? What's the direction of I follow through? How do I get direction on the ball?
So with this one, the key points on this one is once you've thrown the ball out, instead of throwing the ball in front of your body,
yeah,
you're going to throw the ball slightly to the side of your body to make sure that you're throwing the ball a little bit closer to your foot. So you're giving your foot the best chance to connect with it. Ideally, you want to try and connect with the ball in line with your hips. So let's go to the old school one, where the old school volley is going to be in front of your body and you're going to kick in front of your body.
Yeah.
Where with the side volley, you're going to throw the ball more to the side of your body and connect with the ball in line with your hips.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. Why would you use this? The reason why you would use this is to keep the ball flatter. So instead of the old school one going up and under, this one you may be hitting a centre forward's chest. So you want to keep it lower so the centre half can't come over and head it. Or you might be putting it out to wingers so they can run on and try and get and deliver the ball into the box.
So this particular kick's become very de rigueur, isn't it? It seems to be, for a lot of keepers, is the go-to kick. Quite interestingly, for a lot of social media guys, it's the kick that gets the eyeballs for whatever reason. Maybe it looks a bit more impressive. I don't know. I guess also because there's that whole school of thought, that change in terms of playing from the back.
Yeah.
I suppose it's a more dynamic play.
Yeah.
So that's become, well, we're not calling it, what are we calling it? We're calling it the side, but we're not calling it the new volley.
No, we call it a lot of the, in industry, a lot of people call it the side volley.
Yeah.
But it's a much more effective way of connecting with the ball because it can be flatter. So you can actually get the ball from A to B a hell of a lot quicker.
Flatter, lower trajectory, rolling on.
Yeah, rather than the old school. If you want to kick the old school and put someone in, that's fine, but it's probably going to be quite high and gives the defenders an opportunity to get there in time.
Yeah.
So the side volley is utilised and it has become a massive part of the game.
And practice, we talked about practice for the goalkeeper kick. What about practicing for the old school volley and the side volley? What are the best sessions, best practices for those particular drills?
Practice with a straight volley. The old volley is going to be 2 hands and volleying it over 6-8 yards. That's it.
Into
a
jump on the grass or a net object.
If you're on your own, and this is the most famous thing, what can I do when I'm on my own? You can find an object on a wall, not a window. You could do a window, and just maybe try and hit that point. Not hard, just literally. Just make sure you're connecting on the ball. If you're finding with the volley,
but short distance though, just 6-8 yards,
distance,
really.
Yeah. And the reason you want to do that short distance is because just to build the confidence and the understanding of what's going well and what isn't going well. And what lots of people do, they go to a field and they go, right, I've seen this on YouTube, I'm going to start really, ping this out left and right, and not really understanding the techniques.
Yeah, okay.
Learn why is it spinning off to the left and why is it spinning off to the right.
So think technique first before you start 100%. Thinking about distance.
Yeah. Okay. And then gradually with the volley, just slowly start moving back. With the side volley, what you'd want to understand is if you're left-footed, the ball is very much likely to go right to left. So what you're going to want to do is try and set the ball off 2, 3, 4 yards to the right of the object to allow the ball to start turning in.
Oh, because naturally the technique leads to a slice.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting. So I need to bear that into account. So if I'm the other two, I can follow through directly along the line of the ball. Actually, with the side volley, I can't follow through directly through the line of the ball because the ball is going to fade, slice.
Yeah.
Because of the nature of the kick. So therefore, I need to be aiming, 2-3 yards to the left, or depending what foot I'm using. But if I'm right-footed, 2-3 yards to the left, it's going to fade from left to right.
Yeah. So if you watch,
depends how far I'm kicking it. But
if you watch some professionals, they can kick it. They can generally kick it straight, and it may move an inch left or right.
Right.
Yeah. So, but they've worked on that technique. If you're just starting out, naturally it is going to start bending. So according to how far you're kicking, depends on how much you're going to allocate that space.
Which I guess is not, it's not ideal technique if I'm slicing the ball, if you like, as long as it's not some slice straight into the stands.
Yeah.
It's no bad thing if there's a bit of a fade on it, though, is there?
No, and lots of goalies use that to their advantage.
Deliberately, yeah.
They may literally bend it around
into the ball of the player, bend it around a player and into the ball of their own player.
They can do that. Yeah. One main reason people may struggle with it is that a lot of results will be that the ball end up going quite high. All this means is that they're getting underneath the ball way too much. So if they're getting underneath the ball as they're connecting, the ball's going high.
So it's not really hitting the sweet spot of the boot. It's not hitting the middle of the
kind of hit, middle to bottom of ball, and really, really make sure you push and follow through the ball.
Brilliant.
Very effective if you can get it.
Okay. Well, I'm off now to the training ground. I've got my practice.
Yeah.
I've got my sessions. I will come back at a later date and hopefully show off my kicking skills and prove that indeed any idiot can take a goalkeeper kick. So thanks once again for listening and watching. We'll see you again next time. I hope you've enjoyed the content. If you'd like to become a better goalkeeper, then check out developinggoalkeeping.com, where you'll find podcasts, tips, videos, and more.